Ciao a tutti i nostri follower ed amici di Modern News. Mi trovo nei pressi di Milano, a Villa Magnaghi, e sono qui per vedere la mostra Back in Time, che ovviamente parla di Back to the Future, un film straordinario, così come la mostra. E come potete vedere, alcuni sicuramente lo avranno riconosciuto, mi trovo qui accanto il curatore degli effetti speciali di Back to the Future, Mr. Pike. Good morning, Mr. Pike. Kevin.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How are you? Okay.
I'm well.
Okay.
Nice sunny day.
Yes, absolutely. Beautiful. It's a beautiful day today. Okay. So, I would like to ask you some questions about the movie, of course.
Certainly.
Okay, first question. What kind of techniques and innovation did you use for the special effects in the movie at the time, and which one was the most complex to achieve? For example, I remember the explosion of the thunder or the car that flew away. If you would like to explain us and tell us something. Thank you.
Some of the tricky elements that we did that helped enhance the story about the car going back in time and coming back to the future was the fact that it went out hot and it came back cold. So we had to put down the fire trails from the tires, which was very tricky to do because when we shot it, it was cold, it was January. And then we had to shoot it out in the parking lot, but it was at night, so it was cold. And we had to wet down the parking lot for the light reflection for the camera. So water and fire sometimes don't. Right? And then we had to make a chemical that was safe so it didn't burn the macadam, because it was a brand new parking lot with a brand new mall. And so we had a lot of factors that we had to deal with that were complex. And we had to come up with the chemistry to make that fire.
Okay.
So that it was low temperature, high visibility, and would disappear without residue. And then what we did, with good luck, in the composition, we got it to burn from hot fire, orange, and then go down to blue. Because the car goes out and it goes back cold. So that was kind of miraculous. So that was one. And the other one was we had to have the ice for the car.
Yeah.
The car comes back cold.
Yeah.
And the car's on the set, and everybody says, okay, we need to see the car cold now. So how do you make the car cold and frosty like that while the company is standing around waiting for you? So we have big liquid nitrogen tanks and sprayers with water, and we turned it on, and we actually froze the water and sprayed it on and iced the car in front of the entire company in about 15 minutes while we got ready to shoot. It was tricky.
Okay, thank you. So, what was the reaction of Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd when they first saw the car, and how was their interaction with the special effects? Could you tell us some funny moments, for example?
Well, obviously the car is remarkably good in its complexity, its intricacies, and the fact that they realized that it was going to be a major element. It's almost like the third star of the movie. And they enjoyed it right from the very beginning. They knew that they had a very great prop that they could play with. When Michael J. Fox came on the show, he loved the car. He was very good with me. He got in the car, he started doing all the buttons and switches. He asked me questions about everything because he wanted to know his pieces. And what does this button do? What does this button do? He learned every feature of the car because he's so smart and so funny. And we had such a good time together.
Since 1990, there are rumors about a fourth movie, but Bob Gale is not very enthusiastic about it. He probably refused. I'm with him. Okay. So, but what do you think about it?
I don't think they should do it. It doesn't do any good. The stories didn't get any better. So what happens if you do it again and it doesn't get any better? It's like any sequel. You go so far and they just get copy, and they're not as much fun, not as enjoyable. I don't agree. Go make a new movie.
Okay. Yeah, something different. Absolutely, because we have already. How special effects are changed since Back to the Future to today, and what were the challenge at the time of the contribution of the movie to the special effects of cinema today?
Well, right around that time, visual effects were getting really busy with CG, computer graphics.
Yeah.
They could build it on the computer, they could photograph the monitor, they could transfer it to the film, and they could put it in the movie. And so then it became, oh, we can do everything on CG. And they realized that you cannot do everything. It's too much, and it costs too much. And one of the best directors who makes a very good marriage between practical effects and visual effects is Michael Bay. When you watch Michael Bay's movies, they are so well integrated between what is real and what is done across it. I'm highly respected for that. So there was that change. They got educated, and they said, it's better if we do some and some, and that made it better for everybody. And we had more work, which was good. And now, of course, you have AI.
Yeah.
People are very afraid of AI.
Yeah, me too.
I am not afraid of AI.
No?
No.
Okay.
Because it's just another tool in the palette.
Okay.
So I look forward to it. I look forward to doing some exploration and playing on some unprivate language. And I think it's going to turn movies into new projects.
I'm afraid of respect people when they get someone else, I don't know.
They can learn. They can learn AI and use it to be a tool for their work.
So I would like to remember to our followers that you also work Jaws. Yes.
Yes, I work on Jaws. My
Was
first
your
movie.
Okay.
I was 22 years old.
Oh yeah.
You can go on IMDb Pro and look up my film career, and you can see all the movies that I've done.
Good. But it's true that you work on the Michael Jackson movie, Smooth Criminal.
I work on Smooth Criminal.
Okay.
I started with Michael on that. He called me up, asked me to come to breakfast. He told me he had an idea to make a short film, and I told him I'd be very happy to be involved with him. And he liked me right away, and we became good friends. And so every week we got together and kip-bashed, and we did creative sessions, and we did storyboards on his bedroom floor. And we started the idea of what he wanted to do, which was to make a conversion and escape from the confines of the bad field. And then that became the dance sequence, and we went to Torino, Italy, and we got a car from Nuccio Bertoni, and we replicated it for the stunt scenes in the car and movie and the explosions. And yeah.
You said Torino?
Yes.
My city?
I don't know that.
Yeah, I live there. Yeah. Wow.
I go there twice.
Really?
I went to Nuccio Bertoni, and I got a $600,000 Lancia Stratus Zero. And I flew it back to the United States, and I replicated it 3 times. And I used it for the stunt work and the flying and for the shots in Spoken.
Wow. It's one of my favorite movies. I love Michael Jackson when I was young. So, and you are welcome to come back including if you would like.
I'm coming to a
You have my
Comic-Con.
contact.
I'm coming to a Comic-Con in August.
Okay.
And then the other thing that's important in Smooth Criminal is the dance and swing.
Yeah.
We developed and designed that whole process from Mike. The wardrobe guys came with the little slippers, and they wanted to do a deal with the spike in the ground. And I said, the slippers are too small, they will fall out. And so we designed a rig where we could actually put them in slide belts, just like the night fly people on stage. And we put them in harnesses and pick points. We put wires that went up to the ceiling of the stage, over the camera and down, times all 5 dancers. I had Michael. And so they would come on and they would slide on that pad. And they had some stability. And then they leaned over, they let them down, and then we pulled them back up. And we shot it 3 times, and we got it, and everybody was safe and happy, and it worked well. But you can't see the guys. Yeah.
Last 2 questions. Is there a movie that you would like to make today, and which one is your favorite among all those you made or mentioned today? Obviously, in addition to Back to the Future.
Okay, the one I would like to make is my script I have finished. I wrote 9 scripts in the later part of my career, and the latest one is very good. It's about $100 million budget. I've won over 40 contests, writing contests around the world. I won first place in Rome, and Paris, and the Netherlands with the set. And I'm hoping that we can get that one made. I would like that. And in my career, I have 3 favorites. First, I like jazz. It was my first film. It was the beginning of my career, and I was so excited about everything that I learned. I just ate up everything. We made a shark. We had no computers. We made a 25-foot rubber and steel shark jump out of the Atlantic Ocean and meet a guy and sink a boat in 1974. No computers. It was a remarkable feat of technology just by handmade. And then because it was my first film and it made $100 million, then I was so happy that I hit a home run, right? And then they asked me to come back and continue to work with them. And I had a 50-year career.
Was your dream, so
Right. And then, of course, Back to the Future, because I was able to, ask Steven permission to go to the time machine, and he said yes. And I'm here today because of the time machine. So that keeps me busy all the time. The third film I'm very fond of is Fight Club.
Okay, yeah.
Fincher. I love David Fincher because he's so exact, so precise, so demanding, and he wants the very best out of you. And I enjoyed giving him my very best. And I really love that arena, that circus working for him.
Okay.
Yes. So those are my three favorites.
Good, very good. I like it. And you still see sometimes Michael J. Fox.
I got asked to do a TV series for Michael J. Fox as a pilot for ABC. Unfortunately, it did not get picked up in May, but he had developed it and written it, and I enjoyed seeing him again and working with him several years after Back to the Future. I haven't seen him since. I would love to, but our Comic-Cons have not come together. My hope is I see him soon.
I met him
I love
when
him.
I was young. I was working in Orlando in Epcot for Disney, and he came to eat at the restaurant, Italian restaurant. Yes, absolutely.
Big
I
heart.
can't believe today that's happened. There's something would you like just to say about you and your career to your fan, and something that nobody has.
Always remember that hard work pays off. And if you're going to work in the movie business, you have to learn how to be prepared. You have to come in on time. You have to know your lines or know your job, and you have to be prepared to do it well. And you're not allowed to make mistakes. You have to go back and check your list to make sure that when the day starts, you are ready to give it everything you need to do to win.
Thank you so much, Ken. It was very wonderful this moment with you. Thank you very much. Absolutely, absolutely. Ciao.
Ciao, Belle.